Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your mid-March 2016 tarot spread. And I'm going to talk very briefly about this partial lunar eclipse that's occurring at 3 degrees of Libra on March 23rd. And so for you, this falls in your 12th house and is a very mystical place for an eclipse. Remember that the lunar eclipses are about bringing things to light. And so there may be some issue that you were previously unaware of. And actually, this could relate to your workplace because the sixth house is featured in this eclipse since the sun is in the opposite sign of the eclipse, which is also a full moon. So the sun is shining a light in your work sector, and you might find out something related to your work that you didn't realize, or you might have a revelation on the spiritual level, like a dream or some mystical experience that really creates a profound shift within you. So it could be a very subtle yet important time for you. So the card I picked for the theme for the last half of the month is the Six of Pentacles. This could mean that some of you receive a financial windfall, actually, in the form of an inheritance or some other kind of a payout. Maybe it's something that you weren't even expecting. For some, this may relate to a divorce. Maybe you're divvying up the assets. Still, others of you may be doing some sort of charitable work for whatever reason. And the other possibility is that either you are being helped by being given some sort of money or that you are helping somebody else out. For instance, a family member or a friend. Based upon that lunar eclipse as well as the nature of these cards, I can't help but think that for some of you there is a career vibe to all of this. And the Six of Pentacles can relate to you getting that job that you've been wanting. The Six of Pentacles can also relate to how a husband and wife deal with the balance in the relationship, especially on the financial end of things. Is one person controlling the purse strings more than the other? And this may come up at some point during this second half of the month. Maybe there's an argument. Maybe there's a situation where your spouse will be the one having to depend on you. And if you are a woman and it's a man who is your partner, he may feel like he's groveling. He may feel like he is in a humiliating position. So this may be a theme that will play itself out during this time and something that you'll have to discuss, because there might be an issue of humility that is needed in order to receive this monetary sum, or this, if it's a property issue or if it's a job that maybe you previously thought was beneath you, but you really need the job, you'll take it anyway. And yet you have to humble yourself. The advice is the Three of Cups. So it's really about letting down your hair and calling up your girlfriends and having a night out and not being too serious. And your natural impulse was just to keep to yourself. It's saying that you need to circulate among other people. Scorpio, you do have a solitary part of you for sure. And sometimes it's good to be around other people, and this is beneficial for you at this time. The outcome is the Ten of Wands, and this is somebody who is really working overtime. So this may literally be in a job. If you just got that job that the Six of Pentacles relates to, then that may be what's happening. But it may just be indicating that you are overwhelmed and that you have a lot on your plate. And with a card like this, it's always telling you that you can ask for help if you need it. Don't try to do everything by yourself if you can avoid it, because you could experience burnout otherwise. On the bright side, this may indicate that you have more work than you know what to do with. So if you had been going through a dry period, you may actually be quite consumed with work. The other possibility, though, is that you are taking on responsibilities that are not yours to take. So, going back to that first card, if you are with a partner who may have lost their job and you are picking up the slack financially, and yet they are not doing their part, then you need to really look at that. And I'm certainly not suggesting that everything has to be 50-50 across the board, but sometimes this happens. And it could be because they feel down that they lost their job. And so they've just kind of gone into a funk. And maybe you're trying to be supportive, but it's getting old and you're carrying this huge burden around and you're doing everything. So it's kind of warning against that so that you don't get burnt out. And then you won't be able to help even yourself, let alone somebody else. So, Scorpio, it seems like it's going to be a very interesting time for you. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like a personalized reading, just click on the link below. Bye.